stuff is happening. You can't sit there and deny it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what are you talking about? What do you think I'm talking about? Should we tell everybody about what happened last night?
Nothing happened last night.
Should we tell everybody about the hotel?
You did though. What the hell?
You're lying
like this?
You're denying everything that we're doing.
Lying?
Oh, I'm the lying.
Why are
I'm
you
the
lying?
lying. I'm the lying.
I'm liking the scruff, the hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be them.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is one of the league's best, Jalen Ramsey, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Packers and the Lions, next on Madden Football.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Okay, break. Let's go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. You look at this Packers defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass.
And now off to the races down the right side. And yards, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his 11th touchdown on the ground, number 14 overall. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On 3rd down, Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles, is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can...
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Goff now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Gibbs will get down close to the goal line, but not in. As he'll be marked down at the 1. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned possession goal line stand, I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Yellow, line, check, pink.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw now, here's Love. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Check white. Opposite. Green, yellow, line, check pink.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Shedding the tackle. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Ready.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Down.
Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Blue, check. Check white.
Up the middle, Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Jahmyr Gibbs in the Lions offense getting set once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot on the fumble. 3rd and long. It's Goff. That is caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. On second down, here's Gibbs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime with just the low. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be... Lead. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. It's gone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, it's Tony. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Love. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments can you change? Can guys play
Your mom did?
better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on it.
She's getting better.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Goff on 1st down.
Back and forth from the hospital, taking care of
Metcalf on the
kids.
deep ball. And he backs it away and it falls down.
You? Oh yeah, I can see that.
Oh my goodness. Hi, baby.
Hi, Mallie. What's up? You tired? Come here, fat. No, come here. No, come here, fat. You gotta go potty. Fall off the bed. I see you close. You can still do it, bro. Now, I just want us to see if I'm here. Dad, here. Cool, right? I'm trying to bed ready. They be trying.
Oh, it's a little baby.
Yeah, the Mally, yeah. JR done there.
Now a give to Gibbs running left. And he went nowhere.
No, JR right there with him.
Back to the 29. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Goff. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And able to connect. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
Just get my battleship set up.
And he was looking for a check up bounce.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to tell me?
Who, the boys downstairs?
Yeah.
They're down there knocked out. Usually Mally be down there faded.
And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They
How's your
certainly
week?
did seem to sleep
Pretty basic.
first half.
Just got my work done. A lot of radio work.
To go out and try and get some
What's
points.
radio?
Mixes, KMOJ.
Alright. So just what?
This work, this one to just drill. I got like another week off before I got to really get my heavyweight schedule in.
What does that look like?
North Loop, a couple other properties. A couple other properties. So basically, in the past 2 weeks, we locked up 3 divisions of downtown. We got Warehouse District, we got North Loop, and we got over here on this end. So now I got a meeting on Tuesday with the committee about seeing what we can do as far as being able to do things for the building and for the what the fuck's it called, the Elliott Park District. So as long as we lock that down, we'll be all right. It's gonna be a long couple of days though. It's gonna be a long couple of days. Got to meet with the mayor and a couple other dignitaries and shit to see what they want to do for community trust and all that other dumb shit. Which is fine. It's only a matter of time, though. You know, city be trying to hide shit, but they get over themselves. Just be acting slow.
You gotta let them know what they're doing.
My taxpayer dollars dictate that shit. We just gotta be able to do. We should just need to handle this business. Could the city be fucking up?
Of course.
There's a lot of things there. There's a lot they're supposed to be doing, but they're choosing not to do it because they're choosing not to do it.
So what are they doing with the funds then?
I mean,
there's money tied to it.
Well, it is, but they're not really doing what they're supposed to do as far as locking down the, not necessarily pricing, but just overall usage of funds not being done properly. And it's making people ask the right questions to the wrong people.
So the money isn't being delegated properly.
Money's not being delegated.
There's no record of what's going out.
Right.
And why and where.
And then when the record does go out, motherfuckers want to get mad when they get called out on it. So we now have to figure out who's going to make the decisions ultimately on how the money is allocated. And they have a what's the name group for that? Whole separate community branch of the police department. So pretty much they separated the police department into two units. They got the community unit and they got the command unit essentially. The command unit is, if I'm not mistaken, you got the chief. You got the chief, and then you got the chief, who's a 4-star. Then you got 2 3-stars, one on each side. Then, so each side has a 3-star, 3 2-star generals, and the rest are investigators and high-end leaders. And the community sector is supposed to be telling us where the money's going, the transparency behind it, all that other shit. The commanders are supposed to be there to help, guide with whatever's needed for use of force and a bunch of other shit. But I have yet to see any of those initiatives put into play as far as how they are written down on paper. A lot of it is just on paper. So until it gets off of paper into actual legislation, that's when it's going to get, interesting.
So what got yourself involved in the community?
Well, no, they got me in the picture for the shit, so I got to be in it.
No, I mean your engagement. What makes you so interested?
Well, I mean, I kind of have to be. I talked to the chief about it. The chief, along with the community, is supposed to be overseeing this shit. So this is why it's kind of confusing to why this is happening when it shouldn't be the case at all. And that's what's confusing is that, like, why is this happening when we put up safeguards for this not to happen? So that's why everyone's kind of like just trying to figure out what the hell is going on before shit hits the fan. So that's the hard part, is just trying to figure it out without it being too much of a media attention. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So you're trying to hold the committee that is involved with the community accountable for the money that they've been given to upgrade the community.
Yes.
Improvements to the community.
Yes.
There's no, where's the receipts?
Where's the receipts, basically?
Interesting.
Right now, it's a lot of confusion about these said receipts, so we're trying to figure out where they're at so we can get down to business and figure it out.
Because the money is supposed to be for the people, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then it should be easily...
Right, and that's what they set up the community sector for. Well, and that's the hard part. Nobody wants to speak up.
Do you know how much money you're talking about?
About 17, 18 million.
Oh.
Quarterly.
Okay, so this isn't quarterly. Wow. This isn't like pocket change.
No.
Money that can actually make a difference in people's lives.
Yes.
So no, let's do that's the stuff. Let's put his money in.
I mean, again, a lot of it is just for the sake of just knowing, but also credibility is important here because it was a lot of lack of credibility, and that has to get fixed. So, like I said, it starts with the city council. How's the money being allocated? That's the biggest issue. How is the money being allocated?
So, I mean, have they improved anything in the neighborhoods that were affected?
They have. The crime rate has gone down tremendously, so that's always a plus to see that. You know what I'm saying? To
Is that the police squad or is that community leaders?
both,
Or is that
both. Accountability is being maintained on all levels for folks to be able to make proper decisions. The hardest part is people making decisions and not sticking by them.
Like what?
Well, when they had the initiatives to remove officers, safety officers from schools, they were making a decision to want to remove one of the safety guards for the teachers to be safe in schools. But then when all these shootings started to happen, they kind of backed off on that because obviously they need officers on premise with somebody with a weapon to deter folks from coming in.
Presence.
Just presence, and that's really all it is. Just presence on the premises. And as long as folks understand that that's what it's for, and not necessarily a crutch for parents and teachers to utilize them in the wrong way. Like, for example, you got some community officers who are not adhering to the standards that the community needs them to hold. They're only holding up to the standards that the police department wanted them to hold, which means they can use, physical restraints and whatever they need to do with kids with mental illness. So so now
Challenge social, mental, emotional.
Yeah, so
you have that in the hood.
Yep. So now what they want to do is they want to try to again allocate funding for training for officers to deal with special needs and take their guns off of them completely at the school. But what it's going to require training that costs quite a bit of money, which is okay because everybody wants to have an essential piece of what's going on. But if they're not willing to fully engage, then it makes no point in even spending the money.
It's going to take training, and it takes a lot of trust and community engagement.
Yes.
And all of that takes money.
Yes, and it also requires us to relieve ourselves of some of the trauma, right? This is where we have to be careful about how we want to implement these strategies because it comes with a lot of trauma.
That's where that truth comes in. People are traumatized, they're scared.
They don't want to engage. They make
lash out.
And rightfully so, because that's what we set it up to be up until recently. So this is where we have to be, responsible and mindful of the things that we say, mindful of the things that we do, but also the support of the community has to be so ironclad that we can't have these moments where we just want to do what we want to do and say what we want to say. We actually got to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? We actually got to get it done. That's what it boils down to. We just got to get it done. And as long as we get it done, it makes sense. But what happens is people get ignorant.
And selfish and greedy. And they go off the grid. Whether they have the best of intentions or not.
None of that shit matters.
You can't derive off of the prayer. You got to stay.
Yeah. And that's the biggest issue with that is when they really want to dictate the pace of the game. They really don't know what to say, but they know how to legislate it, but they don't know how to say it. So it's up to the community leaders to deliver the message when it needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? And right now we have a shortage of those leaders who are willing to talk to the community. I'm one of the few who are willing to do it.
That's why I'm like, well, what got you so engaged?
Well, no, the George Floyd situation already had me engaged, so that's kind of a responsibility that I got to carry.
So that was the first time that you ever really stepped out?
No, I've always stepped out. I've just never been in. I've just